Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland walked into the cage with something to prove and walked out with the kind of win that forces the entire division to pay attention. Against a dangerous and rising contender,
Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez.
Anthony Hernandez, Strickland did what he's built his reputation on: relentless pressure, suffocating pace, and a jab that feels less like a punch and more like psychological warfare. Hernandez, known for his grappling-heavy attack and cardio, was expected by many to drag Strickland into deep waters. But instead of getting overwhelmed by scrambles or positional control, Strickland neutralized the threat. He kept the fight where he's most comfortable, standing in the pocket,
against Paulo Costa, he's going 5 rounds.
Walking forward, forcing exchanges. Round after round, he disrupted Hernandez's rhythm, defended the takedown attempts, and imposed his own tempo. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't chaotic, it was disciplined, methodical violence. By the time the judges' scorecards were read, there wasn't much debate. Strickland had done enough, more than enough, to earn the decision. And in a division stacked with killers, a clean win over a surging contender matters. But the real headline came after the fight. With the microphone in his hand and adrenaline still pumping, Strickland did what Strickland does.
Cool match with Sean. That's not Fluffy's strength.
He called someone out. Not subtly, not diplomatically. He turned his attention directly toward Khamzat Chimaev. The call-out wasn't random. Chimaev has been hovering over the middleweight title picture like a storm cloud. Undefeated aura, dominant performances, wrestling pressure that breaks people. He's viewed by many as the boogeyman of 185 pounds, and yet he's also had questions surrounding activity and consistency inside the division.
Hey dude, I'm one of the best in the world. You know, I'm kind of bummed he didn't take me down.
Strickland, fresh off a statement win, essentially said what a lot of fighters won't. If Chimaev wants to prove he's the most dangerous man in the division, step in there with someone who won't fold. Stylistically, it's a fascinating matchup. Strickland brings elite defensive boxing, high-volume striking, and one of the most frustrating forward pressure styles in MMA. He doesn't overcommit, he doesn't panic, he forces you to fight at his pace. Chimaev, on the other hand, thrives in chaos, explosive entries, suffocating top control, relentless grappling sequences that can end fights in minutes. It would be a clash of discipline versus dynamite. The timing also makes sense. The middleweight division has been in flux. Contenders are shuffling. Title pictures are being debated. A Strickland versus Chimaev fight wouldn't just be another main event. It would likely determine the next clear-cut title challenger. And beyond rankings, there's personality.
There he is, Sean Strickland
I got a lot of color
tonight.
in my corner this fight, you know. after Buckley called.
Strickland's blunt, unfiltered persona, contrasted with Chimaev's intense, almost feral competitive energy, that sells itself. The build-up alone would dominate MMA headlines. Now the question is whether the UFC pulls the trigger. Does Chimaev accept? Does the promotion see this as the right risk-reward balance? Or does the division take another turn? One thing is certain, Strickland didn't just win a fight. He repositioned himself in the middleweight conversation. He reminded everyone that writing him off is a mistake. And by calling out one of the most feared names in the sport, he made it clear he's not looking for safe matchups. The middleweight division just got interesting again.
After a dominant win, Sean Strickland just shook up the middleweight division, and now he's calling out the undefeated monster Khamzat Chimaev. Strickland just sent a message to the division. Can he stop Khamzat next? Comment below who you think wins this war.